Opponent for the week. It's the Bills. Buffalo coming off a decisive 20-3 win over the Broncos in Week 12. And on Thanksgiving Day, Bills quarterback Josh Allen will have a whole lot on his plate. Get it? Thanksgiving. Kim Jones, take it away.
Good morning, Kay. The Buffalo Bills are preparing for their big game Thursday against the Dallas Cowboys. It's a big game for both teams. It will be played in front of an enormous audience. The first standalone game in quarterback Josh Allen's 2 years in Buffalo. And that day also brings back very good memories for Allen.
Oh, I mean, the coolest part is obviously I remember growing up, waking up on Thursday, going and eating and then watching these games all day, and that's all I did. And stuffing my face with mashed potatoes. So I know there's people out there that are going to be doing the same thing, and I'm going to have a good support group there from back home. They're making the trip out. There's probably about 40 of them, so get to see them, and there's a lot to be thankful for. Super blessed, and really can't complain there.
In talking with safety Micah Hyde on Tuesday, he told me that he can tell Buffalo and the surrounding areas are excited about the team's 8-3 record. But he added that in that locker room, they have bigger goals than 8-3. A win against the Cowboys would get a lot of attention, and it would secure a winning record for the season. That's big.
It's huge. They haven't had success against teams 500 or over. Taking a look at this AFC playoff picture, Bills got a shot. What do you think, Shrakes?
They do, and they're going to be looking at the wild card most likely because they lost that head-to-head with the Patriots, but their schedule gets really hard, Kay. And I think this game tomorrow is so fascinating because it's the first time a lot of America is going to actually see them and get to know them. We've hit that a bunch, but it's also the first time they have to look into themselves and say, okay, are we ready for this big stage? It's not so much the people watching, it's them themselves. Can we deliver? I remember the Chargers a couple years ago played in Dallas on a Thanksgiving game, and they were winning some games, but it was like, are the Chargers for real? And they blew the Cowboys out in their building. Keenan Allen, one of the guys that you're wearing the jersey of, had a huge day. And it was kind of like, okay, the Chargers, they got something here. Do the Bills have something here, or is this a bunch of wins over the Broncos and Dolphins?
It's the biggest game of Josh Allen's life because, let's be honest, he didn't play at Alabama. He wasn't at Ohio State. He hasn't played in a game this big. He hasn't played in a game this big before. In Jerry World, on the road, it's funny. We've had a bunch of Bills on recently, and we asked Micah Hyde and we asked John Brown the same question. Well, you guys haven't beaten anybody, and you can tell they're annoyed by it. And we play the guys on our schedule. But isn't it fascinating that this is sort of a dueling Spider-Man thing of two teams that look pretty good, and both teams hear that they can't beat anybody good? They both hear the same thing.
Do you think that's fair?
It sort of is, Kay, because they can't dictate who they play, but they haven't beaten anybody good. It's fascinating, though, because Friday morning, the Bills' outcome is going to change. If they go and beat Dallas and 50 million people watch it, we're 9-3. Holy crap, the Bills. If the Bills lose this game, they're disappointed. Same old Bills, no big deal. You'll be one and done in the playoffs. I'm watching the teams that matter. It's a massive game for Buffalo.
Do you think they're a one Thanksgiving Day win over the Cowboys away from being taken seriously by that?
I think we all got on board, and then they played the Eagles in a game that people watch, and the Eagles blew them out in their building. So it's like, all right, let's slow down with the Bills.
And that's just it. You guys are talking about a big moment, big day on the big stage. But it's one thing to perform in front of people that know you. Like if Life is a Talent show, they've been performing their dance moves in front of the faithful Bills Mafia fans every week. They're like, Hercules, you're so good, baby, you good.
Little tricks.
Now all of a sudden, you're taking a talent show and you're performing in front of your school at the auditorium, and now you have to do it in front of everybody. So let's see if they can step up in a big moment. Josh Allen's going to be a guy to watch. Let's see if the young quarterback can rise to the occasion. Then also keep your eye on Cole Beasley, former Cowboy, going back to Dallas. I'm pretty sure they're going to implement a game plan to get him going early because as of lately, he's been one of Josh Allen's favorite targets.
We love the Bills. I think they have to win 2 of the next 3 games. Cowboys, Ravens, and Patriots. Win 2 of those next 3, and most NFL fans will love you as much as we do. This breakfast
Tomorrow's the day.
You don't love turkey.
I don't.
But do you love duck?
Yeah.